Hi friends, this is again Namatullah M. Patel, Department of Computer Science and Engineering, Hirashuga Institute of Technology. So here today we are going to cover agglomerative hierarchical clustering. Okay, so today, yesterday I covered the topic of k-means clustering. Okay, so today we look it onto one example of k-means clustering. So what it is given, use the k-means algorithm and Euclidean distance to cluster the following 8 examples into 3 clusters. So here we need to use k-means algorithm, and here what measure we are using is Euclidean distance. So here 8 examples are giving. So these all 8 examples we need to convert these into 3 clusters. Okay, so A1 is 1 point, A1 equal to 2 comma 10, A2 is 2 5, A3 is 8 comma 4, A4 is 5 comma 8, A5 is 7 comma 5, A6 is 6 comma 4, A7 is equal to 1 comma 2, and A8 is 4.4 comma 9. So the distance matrix is based on the Euclidean distance is already given. So now what it is given, A1 to A distance is 0 because A1 to A1 is 0, A1 to A is root of 25, A1 to A3 is root of 36, A1 to A4 is root 13, A1 to A5 is root 50, A1 to A6 is 52 root of 52, A1 to A7 is root of 65, A1 to A8 is root of 5. Similarly, A4 to A1, A2, A3 is not given because already A3 to A4 and A2 to A4 and A1 to A4 we know. So A1 to A4 to A4 is 0, and A4 to A5 is root of 13 and root of 17, root of 52 and so on. So here what is given? Initial seeds are given, centers of each cluster. So now we need to form 3 clusters. So given example, we need to find 3 clusters. So the initial seeds, the center of each cluster, for first cluster the center is A1, for second cluster center is A2, and third cluster center is A7. Means for first cluster center is 2 comma 10, for second cluster A4 A4 is the center point, which is 5 comma 8, and for the third cluster A7 equal to 1 comma 2 is the center for the third cluster. So I need to find out, I need to take each one of these A1, A2, A3, A4, A5, A6 and A7 I need to take, and I need to find out whether A1 is nearest to A1 or it is nearest to A4 or A1 is nearest to A7. Similarly, I need to take A2 is nearest to A1 or it is nearest to A4 or it is nearest to A7. Then I need to calculate A3 also. A3 I need to check whether it is nearest to A1 or A3 is nearest to A4 or A3 is nearest to A7. So based on the smallest distance, it belongs to that particular cluster. So if A3 is nearest to A4, then A1 and A7, then it belongs to cluster A4. Suppose the initial seeds, the center of each cluster is what? A1, A4 and A7 are given. So now here we have to run the k-means algorithm for one epoch only, one iteration. We are going to do it for only one iteration. So then what we need to do, the new cluster, that is the examples belong to the 8 cluster, then the center of the new cluster I need to find it out. So once I find out the new clusters, so once I come to know out of this A1 to A8 to which cluster they belong, I need to find out the new cluster. Then I need to draw a 10 by 10 space with all the 8 points, show the cluster. After first iteration I need to show the clusters. So now let us take solution. So D, what we need to do is we need to have the Euclidean distance I need to calculate. So Euclidean distance between any 2 points DAB is equal to square root of x of b minus x of a and plus square plus y of b minus y of a bracket square. So now what are the center points? A1, A4 and A7. So first iteration. So first I will take A1. A1 to A1. So A1 to A1 is what? A1 to A1 is 0. So this is A1 to A1 is 0 because A1 is seed 1 only. Then A1 to seed 2. A1 to seed 2. Seed 2 is for fourth one. A1 to A4 is how much? Root of 13. So it is root of 13. So A1 to A7. Seed 3 is A7. So A1 to A7 is how much? A1 to A7 is root of 65. So A1 to A1 is 0, A1 to A1 to A4 is root 13 and A1 to A7 is root 65. Out of this, which is the minimum? Minimum is 0. So A1 belongs to first cluster. So that is A1 belongs to the cluster 1. Then you take A2 to A1. So A2 to A1 is root of 25. Then A2 to A4 is root 13. Then A2 to A7 is root of 65. So A2 to A1 is root of 25. A2 to A4 is root of 18. A3 to A4 is root of 18 and A3 to A7 is root of 10. So A2 to A1 is root of 25, A2 to A4 is root 18, A2 to A7 is root of 10. So root of 25 is 5, root of 18 is 4.24. Then root of 10 is 3.16. So smaller is what? 3.16. So out of this is for A1, A2 and A7. A7 is third cluster. So A2 belongs to the third cluster. Then you take A3. A3 to A1 I need to take. Then A3 to A4 I need to take. Then A3 to A7 I need to take. Then A3 to A1 is seed 1 is 36. A3 to A1 is A3 to A1 is 36. Then A3 to A4 is root of 25. A3 to A7 is root of 53. So A3 to A1 is root of 36. A3 to A4 is root of 25 and A3 to A7 is root of 53. That is 6, 5 and 7.28. So out of these three values, which one is small? A3 to A4. So A4, this belongs to cluster 2. So A4 is cluster 2, so it belongs to cluster 2. Similarly, A4 to A1 is root of 13, A4 to A4 is 0, A4 to A7 is root of 52. So A4 belongs to A4 itself, that is cluster 2. Similarly, A5 to A1 is 50, A5 root of 50, A5 to A4 is root of 13, A5 to A7 is root of 45. So smaller is this one, it's A4. So A4 is cluster 2, so A5 belongs to cluster 2. Similarly, A6 belongs to cluster 2. Then A7 belongs to cluster 3, A8 belongs to cluster 2. So new clusters are for first cluster. For first cluster, what we have? For first cluster, we have only A1. So first cluster will have only A1. Second cluster will have A8, then A6, A5, then A4, A3. All these belongs to second cluster. Second cluster belongs to A3, A4, second cluster will have A3, A4, A5, A6 and A8, and third cluster will have A7 and A2. These belongs to cluster 2. So for A1, what is the value for A1? 2, 10. So it will remain as it is because there is no other point. For second cluster, A3, what is A3 value? A3 is 8, 4. 8, 4. So 8 here. So all the x values and y values or a values and b values. This is A3 value 8 and 4. Then A4 value is what? A4 is 5 and 8. So this is 5 and this is 8. Similarly for A6, A5, A6 and A8. All these things, so how many values are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 divided by 5. These all 5 divided by 5, 6, 6. So cluster 2 will have the new value 6, 6. Similarly, cluster 3 is only having 2. 2, 5 is 2 here, 5 here, 1, 2, 1 here, then here 2 divided by 2, because only 2 values are there, divided by 2, divided by 2. So 1.2 and 1.5 and 3.5 are the new center values for cluster 3. So we have find out the cluster 1, cluster 2 and cluster 3. So this is how cluster 3 forms. So now I need to plot a graph. So we had been asked to calculate, we had been asked to plot a graph of 10 by 10. So A1 over here, what is the value for A1? A1 is 2, 10. This is 2, this is 10. Then what is A3? A3 is over here. What is the value for A3? What is the value for A3? A3 is 8, 4. A3 is 8, 4. 8 and this is 4. Then what is next? A4. What is the value for A4? Value for A4 is 5, 8. A4 is 5 and this is 8. So A3, A5, A6, A4, A8, this belongs to one cluster. A2 and A7 belong to third cluster. So this is first cluster, this is second cluster and this is third cluster. Now this is the case when we increase the value. So now this is how, so this is the way how we plot the graph for, how we plot the graph for k-means clustering to find out clusters. Okay, so this is the center for this, and center. What is the new value? So for A1, so new centers are what? New center is 2, 10. So new center for this is the old center, new center will remain as it is. Okay, new center for second cluster. What is the new center for second cluster? 6, 6. 6 and 6. 6, 6 is the center for the third new cluster. So this is the old center for, because for second cluster we have taken A4 as a center point. So new value is 6, 6. What is the new value for third cluster? 1.5 and 3.5. So this is 1.5 and 3.5. This represents the new center values. Okay, so that is all regarding the k-means algorithm with an example. Next, coming to agglomerative hierarchical clustering. So this is more popular hierarchical clustering technique. Okay, so now produces a set of nested clusters organized as a hierarchical tree. So here what we have done, so in hierarchical clustering, the clusters are organized as nested, So this is cluster 5 outer cluster. Cluster 5 is having cluster 4. Cluster 4 will have cluster 3 and cluster 1. Cluster 1 will have 2 points 1, 3, and cluster 3 is having again 2. So cluster 2 is having cluster 3. Cluster 3 includes cluster 2. So cluster 5 includes cluster 4, cluster 3 and cluster 1. Cluster 3 in turn includes cluster 2. So this is nested structure. So this can also be represented as dendrogram. This can also be represented as dendrogram. So this is cluster 1, this is 1, 3, and cluster 2 is 2, 5, this is 2, 5. Then cluster 4, cluster 3 is 2, 4, this is 2 and 4, cluster 4, and then cluster 5 is 6. Okay, so this also can be represented as a dendrogram. Okay, so agglomerative hierarchical algorithm do not have to assume any particular number of clusters. So here clusters, we need not assume the cluster value. In k-means algorithm, in the previous example what we saw is the number of clusters were given k equal to 3. We need to classify the total points into 3 clusters, but in this case we are not given with any number of clusters. So here any desired number of clusters can be obtained by cutting the dendrogram at the proper level. By cutting the dendrogram or putting this nested structure, whatever, how many number of clusters you want to have, those many number of clusters you can develop. So this is what the basic agglomerative hierarchical clustering algorithm. So what? Compute the proximity matrix if necessary, that is the distance Euclidean distance we need to calculate, merge the closest two clusters, then update the proximity points again. So find out again the center points to reflect the proximity between the new cluster and the original cluster, and you need to do until only one cluster remains. So here what we have, only one cluster is there which is being nested with 4 clusters, 1, 2, 3 and 4. This is only one cluster. So phi is only one cluster, which in turn is nested with 4th cluster, 3rd cluster, 2nd cluster and 1st cluster. Okay, so now how to define intercluster similarity or proximity of the two clusters? So now, so in agglomerative hierarchy algorithm, so there is different methods to find out the intercluster similarity, or how to find out proximity of the two clusters. So there are 3 methods. One is minimum, maximum and group average. Minimum. So minimum is single link. So minimum distance between the two clusters. Then maximum, complete link, maximum distance between the two clusters, and group average. So we will check out for all the distance from cluster 1 to cluster 2. We will take the average and we will define the distance between the two clusters. So here every point is taken into consideration, and then depends on the number of points available, we will take an average. So this is graph based definition of the cluster proximity. So now first going to this one, single link or minimum. For the single link or mean version of the hierarchical clustering, the proximity of two clusters is defined as the minimum of the distance and maximum of the similarity. So now here minimum distance is taken into consideration, and we also concentrate on maximum similarity between any 2 points in the 2 different clusters. So there are 2 different clusters, so I need to take the minimum distance and maximum similarity. So we shall use again the sample data consisting of 6 2-dimensional points which are shown in the figure below. Okay, so here you can see okay, so here the point, the Euclidean distance between them are given in the table 8.3 and 8.4 respectively. So this is a 6-dimensional point with 6 points, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, and p and x values are given. So point 1, its value is 0.4 and 0.53. So p1, where is p1? We will take p1. P1 is at 0.4. This is first point is p1. It is at 0.4 and 0.53 somewhere over here. Then p2, 0.22, 0.38. 0.22 and 0.38 somewhere over here. This is 0.2. 0.3 is 0.35. 0.3 is 0.35 and 0.32 somewhere over here. P4 0.26 and 0.19. P5 is 0.08 and 0.41 somewhere over here, and P6 is 0.45, exactly middle of this. This is 0.4, this is 0.5 and this is 0.45 and this is 0.3. Okay, so now now we need to find out the Euclidean distance matrix. Now this is the Euclidean distance matrix for 6 points. P1 to P1 is already 0. P1 to P2 is 0.24. P1 to P2. So already the Euclidean distance formula, whatever we have used, the same formula we need to find out. That is distance a comma b is equal to square root of x of a minus x of b bracket square plus x of so here what we have used is distance formula. The same formula we have to use. So this formula, x square root of x of b minus x of a plus y of b minus y of a square. So the same formula I am using here. Using the same formula, what we have done, we have calculated the distance from P1 to P2, P1 to P2, P1 to P3, P1 to P4, P1 to P5 and P1 to P6. Similarly P1 to P6 to P1, P6 to P2 and so on. This is the Euclidean distance matrix. Okay, so now shows the result of applying single link technique to our example of 6, figure 8.16. Okay, so this is what figure 1.86. Okay, so now here take for example point P1. P1 to P1, it belongs to P1 only. So what is the minimum over here? 0.22 and point P1, 0.00 and 0.22. These are the minimum values in this. So P1, so first cluster will have which points? First cluster is having 0.3 and 0.6. Why 0.3 and 0.6 are taken? So for P1, 0.3 is 0.22 and 0.6 is 0.23, minimum values. Which are the nearest values to P1? Nearest value is P3 and P6, 0.22 and 0.33. So this is cluster 1 will have minimum values, that is 0.3 and 0.6. Now for second cluster. For second cluster what we have taken? For second cluster if you take, what is the minimum value? 0.15. P3 is already covered in P4, we will not take it. 0.20, 0.14 and again what is the minimum? P2 itself. So second cluster will have P2 and P5. Why second cluster will have P2 and P5? Because P2 is having minimum and P5 is also having minimum. So second cluster will have P2 and P5. Third cluster will include all these things. Third cluster again covers P3 covers minimum value 0.36. So this is having third cluster. And fourth cluster again covers all these things, and fifth cluster covers all these same, the single link dendrogram for that. Okay, so now, okay, next coming to the complete link or max or click. This is also called as complete link or max or click. So for the complete link, maximum version of the hierarchy clustering, the proximity of two clusters is defined as the maximum distance or the minimum similarity between any 2 points in the two different clusters. So in this case what we are doing is maximum distance and minimum similarity we are taking. Here we are taking minimum distance and maximum similarity. So here we are taking maximum distance and minimum similarity between the 2 points. Okay, so minimum similarity between any 2 points in the two different clusters. So using graph terminology, if you start with all the points as a singleton clusters and add links between the points at one time, shortest links first, then group points into, then a group of points is not a cluster until all the points in it are completely linked. That is form a click. Okay, so now take for example example 8.5, complete link we are taking. Figure 8.17 shows the results of applying max to the sample data set of 6 points. As the single link, 0.3 and 0.6 are merged first. However, 3,6 is not merged with 4. Instead of 2,5 is 3,6 is merged with 4 instead of 2,5 or 1. Now how it is done? So why 3,6 is merged with 4, why it is not merged with 2,5 or 1? So that we'll see here. So however 3,6 is merged with 4 instead of 2,5 or 1 because, now calculate the distance. Distance 3,6 and 4. So maximum distance 3,4 and distance 6,4 in between these two, 3,4 and 6,4. So maximum, so again applying the Euclidean distance formula. So maximum is 0.15 and 0.2. Maximum out of this is 0.22. So if you take 2,5, so we are taking 2,5, 3,6. So again 3,2 and 3,5, 6,2 and 6,5. So maximum out of this is 0.39. So if you merge with 1, 3,6, 3,1 and 6,1. So maximum out of this is 0.23. So out of this, which one is the minimum? 0.22. So for that reason 3,6 is merged with 4. 3,6 is merged with the 4. Okay, and cluster 2 will have again 0.2 and 0.5 based on whatever the table whatever we have built here based on that the merging is being done. Okay, so now coming to the group average. For the group average version of the hierarchical clustering, the proximity of two clusters is defined as the average pairwise proximity among all pairs of points in the different clusters. So it says the average pairwise proximity. So here this is an alternative intermediate. This is an intermediate approach between the single and the complete link approach. Thus, for group average, the cluster proximity C of I comma C of j of clusters Ci and C of j, which of size Mi and Mj respectively, is expressed by the following equation. So now here proximity. So when I need to take an average, what we have to do is we have to take this formula of proximity. So when you have multiple number of points connecting between two clusters, what we need to do is we need to take an proximity into consideration. So that is summation for all, x for all belongs to C of I, x for all belongs to C of I, and y belongs to for all C of j. So proximity x comma y divided by m of I into m of j. So this is okay, 3 comma 1, 6 comma 1 and 4 comma 1. If you take, this is 0.22, applying the Euclidean distance formula, 0.22, 0.37, 0.23 divided by 3 into 1, it is 0.28. If you take 2 comma, so if you take 2 comma 5 merging with 1, so that will give 0.235 plus 0.34 divided by 2 into 1, so 0.2888. Then if you take again 3 comma 2, 3 comma 5, 6 comma 2, 6 comma 4, 4 comma 2 and 4 comma 5, and apply the Euclidean distance, you will get 0.15, 0.28, 0.25 and so on, divided by 6 comma 2, 6 into 2, that is 0.26. So out of this, which is the minimum? 0.26. So here, this is the group average formula. So where, what is being done? 3, 6, 4 and 2, 5, they are merged into a single cluster. 3, 6 and 4, this is in one cluster, that is merged with second cluster 2, 4 and 5, so that is one cluster. Okay, so that is group average dendrogram. So now coming to key issues in agglomerative hierarchical clustering, strength and weaknesses. So once a decision is made to combine two clusters, it cannot be undone. So once you take a decision to combine two clusters, so here we have taken the decision of merging. What here 3, 6, 4 and 2, 5. Once you merge this as one cluster, it cannot be one done. Or here also you have merged 3, 6 with 4 based on the minimum value of 0.22, the maximum value of 0.22. So that is once you merge them. So now here what 3, 6 is merged with 4. 3, 6 merged with the 4, and in the group average again 3, 6, 4 and is merged with 5, 2. Okay, so once you merge, once you take a decision, once a decision is made to combine two clusters, it cannot be undone. No objection function is directly minimized. Different schemes have problems with one or more of the following. So here this is sensitive to noise and outliers. So agglomerative hierarchical clustering is very sensitive to noise and outliers. The points which are near the cluster, they are also will create problems. Difficulty handling different size clusters and convex shape type of the clusters. So when the size of the clusters are of different size, it is difficult to handle them, and convex size shapes type of the clusters, if you have done it also, it is very difficult to handle, and backing large clusters is also a problem with the agglomerative algorithm. Okay, so this is all regarding the agglomerative algorithm, different methods. So this is sufficient for today. So for this video lecture, so in this video lecture what we studied, in this video lecture we studied an examples of K-means algorithm, then we studied what is agglomerative algorithm, what are the three different methods, minimum, max and the average, three different methods. We took different examples, how the clusters are being merged, that also we took, and how a dendrogram is being plotted. So 3, 6, here 3, 6, then it is merged with 4, 3, 6 is merged with 4, so 3, 6 is merged with 4, 2, 5 is one cluster, 2, 5 is one cluster which is merged with first one. So first one is merged with all the clusters, so it is center of, it is merging with this, and this is merging, in turn merging with this. Okay, so that is all regarding today's video lecture. So in the next class we'll go for the new topic. So thank you one and all.